Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Sorry about that. I appreciate everybody that was still tapped in. Looked like the quality for this type of internet out here was just not happening. So I appreciate all y'all tapping in, man. Appreciate that. Um, Today we want to talk about, as you guys know, for the past what's his May for the past 5 months, over 5 months now, we have been dispatching for other companies other than ourselves. So we started off dispatching ever since we've been in the truck in April, and about I would say about how long? Man, we was dealing with that janky stuff for 10 minutes. That's crazy. I would say about I would say about 7, 8 weeks later, we started dispatching for our drivers.
Yeah.
And then from that point, we went from one driver to two to four to five, all the way on up to seven. And that was still a success for us. And then that's when we started promoting the fact that we're going to dispatch for other companies. And believe it or not, that's been a success with the help of Beezz. About how long ago did you start with us, Beezz?
Man, I think mid March. I left first or second week of April.
Maybe.
It's like
Yeah, I think it
March
was
17th.
no. I think you came. No, I think you left April because remember you kept saying like I'm gonna come back April. I'm gonna come back April. Maybe. Oh, you might. You're right. I think it was late.
the first
Yeah,
week,
it was late
the
March.
last
Yeah.
week of March. Yeah, the last week of March.
Yeah. So that last week of March, make sure you hit that like button too, man. We got a lot of sauce we're gonna be bringing to y'all today. But yeah, that last week of March, Beezy joined us, and about 2, 3 weeks later, Tall joined us.
Yeah.
About 2, 3 weeks later, Tall joined us. And right now, we averaging nothing less for our drivers. For the total drivers that we averaging about 60,000 a month for our drivers. So that is for the amount of drivers because we always usually try to stick around 10 to 15. Now that doesn't mean that we're dispatching 10 to 15 every week because a lot of our drivers take breaks or it might be this week off or whatever. So we usually dispatch weekly anywhere between, I know it's a wide gap, but I'll say between like 7 to 12. So for us to have 60,000, that means every driver is averaging. If we got 12 drivers, they're still averaging at 5K. But as you guys know from who follows us on Instagram, our guys usually average. We got some people that do 5. Some people might do 45 that week.
Yeah.
Some people would do 78. We got a driver last week. Shout out to pickup drop off experts. How much they do last week, Beezz?
Man, they did like a little under 10,000.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 1 week in a box truck. So
I think for like the last since I got on for like the last 4 weeks, it's been like somebody in damn near that 10,000 range almost every week for like the last month.
Yeah, Beezy, you got your computer sound off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Marvin Marvin got 2 consecutive 10,000 weeks, and then it was Steven or Kevin. No, even before that, Kevin got like a $8 or $9,000 week, and Marvin had like 10 weeks, and Steven had.
No, I remember Kevin did 10,000. Kevin did 10,700.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying, we've been dispatching for quite a while, and then lately, for the past week specifically, as you guys know, we've been in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta right now, enjoying the culture, enjoying everybody out here. We have been putting together a masterclass course for you guys. I mean, it's a lot of pages. It is a lot of sauce. It's definitely still under works. We got 4 different parts. So we got the basic, we got the premium, and then we have something that's a little more hands-on but it's virtual. And then lastly but not least, we have something that's completely hands-on, and it's a more expert status where one of our team members is actually flying out to where you are, to give you that hands-on, whether it's a hotel, your home, whatever. I know some people like different things, but where we're flying out to give you that in-home training, the same way that Beezy was trained, the same way that Tall was trained. We feel like that is the absolute best option. But we know some people may just want the course option, which of course is going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
It's still gonna have everything in there that you guys need. But we feel like now is the time to start promoting that and putting that out there, for us to have available. We also have a scale course coming out. Our ebook is going to
That
be
should
on
be done
sale.
Tuesday.
Yeah, our ebook will be on sale for 50% off. Hold on, tell them when the scale course is going to come out again.
The scale course should be done Tuesday, you guys. I'm finally wrapping things up. I know it's been taking a minute, but we've been busy, you guys, and we've been busy in a good way. So the ebook should finally be done Tuesday. So May 10th,
Yeah,
Tuesday, you guys.
yeah. So I think I can't wait for you guys to enjoy some of that. We already have pre-orders en route from a lot of our mentees who have already tapped in with the ebook and things like that, and with the scale course coming out. So I really, really appreciate that. This this past week and a half, tomorrow will be 10 days. We have been enjoying this, Atlanta vibe. So I want to give a shout out to Box Truck Couple, Pegway. Shout out to
Big Vic.
Big Vic TV. Everybody have welcomed us to Atlanta with open arms and gave us a lot of Southern hospitality. If you check across our page and also their pages, you'll see that we've really, really, really been tapped in, and they've been tapped in with us. So it's been a lot of mutual love, and we really, really appreciate that. But tonight, like I said, we really want to talk to you guys about our course that's coming out. So, Beezz, as we get into the course and kind of what's in it, tell them a little bit about how our week goes Monday through Friday. How different Monday is from Wednesday and from Friday, etc. Even preparing on Sundays. Kind of tell them a little bit about what we do weekly and what they should expect when they dive into this dispatching course that we put together.
Well, I mean, this fashion allows you the freedom of just being able to like work part time, but still work full time in a sense. I mean, you're getting the full time wages, you got full time responsibilities, but it's not taking the 40 to 50 to 60 hours a week that a regular 9 to 5 job would typically take. I know my boy Tall, he has another full time job that he does while he dispatching, and I mean, we make what on average 75,000 a year. I mean, dispatching. With the drivers that we got when they getting after the bag. So shout out to our drivers for sure. But yeah, it allows you to help other businesses, owner operators, get the bag. So that's kind of why I like it. Another reason why I like it. But it also allows me to be free to do my real estate ventures, flip my house. Um, just the freedom that dispatching allows you to do, and you can work another full time job, and if you want to. So I mean, you do the math on that. You make 75 bands outside of the work, then you go, double up and make another 75 on your salary job. Shit, you eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. That's crazy, bro. I think that might have went over a lot of people's head too, man.
Yeah.
Like when we say, did I hear you say the ebook will be half price? That's right. Think Hollywood is going to be half price starting tonight, all the way up until all of our products release. So our ebook is going to be half off. Our dispatching course is going to be on sale. It's going to be on pre-sale all week. We're putting together the page and everything like that tonight. The only thing that's not going to be on sale is our mentorship, but everything else will be easily accessible through our landing page, and it will be on sale. We're going to do some bundles. We're going to have an upgrade available as a premium. Um, yeah, I'm actually very, 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 very excited for the new products that's hitting our page, and for you guys to take advantage of. It's only right with the time that of what we've been doing. Like even our album, I was gonna wait to say something, but
Yeah.
um, shout out to Jay Tobin. A lot of you guys love the album that we came out with, right? So, like I said, as you guys know, we're dispatching. So, my boy, he put together another album. It's Trucking Out the Box Part 2. I think you guys are going to really, really love it. He's going to be talking about dispatching. My favorite song on there, I already know, is going to be TQ, Please Hold. And we got a few jams on there that I think you guys are really, 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 really be able to take advantage of. So I can't wait for all this stuff to hit, so you guys can take advantage of. When he says like $75,000, like that's a lot of money, And honestly, you got to think with us, it's four of us. So if let's just say we only have 10 drivers, right? That's 60,000. That's everybody averaging 6,000, right? But there's four of us. So that's less than three people per dispatcher, right? You got to think when you're getting into dispatching, um, you're probably gonna have, two, three, four clients. I wouldn't suggest having no more than five.
Mhm.
But if you got, two, three, four clients and it's just you, I mean, bro, that's a lot of money, right? At 500 or 10%. So, it's simple math. If you got, four guys, let's do the math. I got my calculator right here. If you're dispatching four people, it's just you. You're dispatching four people. Let's say they're only averaging 6,000 a month, right? So you do 4 times 6,000. You've made them 24,000. You divide that by 10 because you're going to charge 10%. Now you can only charge 10% if you're a good dispatcher. With the tools that we're able to provide, with the access to different load boards, with the language and the filters, with the brokers, the amount of brokers in this dispatching course with dedicated routes is crazy, right? Crazy. Let's get back to the numbers. That's $2,400 with only four drivers making 6,000, averaging 6,000 a week. That's $2,400 a week. If you times that by 52, that's 124.8 to be exact. That's $125,000 working part time Monday through Friday, weekends off. You do the math. Everybody keeps talking about trucking is
From
dead.
home.
Yeah, from home. From home, we talk about the equipment you need. We have suggestions. We show you how to get your equipment with no money down. We show you how to get I'm not going to go into detail of the equipment, but we show you how to get your equipment through our resources and affiliates in our new ebook that's coming out with no money down. Pre-order now. Pre-order available now. You know what I'm saying? So, we have a few mentees who took on the option of the in-home training because there's certain language and there's certain lies, right? It's no secret. You got to lie to these brokers. But there's certain language and there's certain lies that we really can't put in an ebook format. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. Um, that's where either the Zoom, where you guys, we're gonna have an option. Remember I said we're gonna have four options. We're gonna have the base. We're gonna have the premium. We're gonna have the upgrade where you're a part of our Zoom for 5 days, and then we're gonna have the ultimate where we come out and we have hands on in home training, right? So you got to think those last two options, where you're a part of our Zoom weekly, right? You're hearing the difference on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of how we book loads. We also got it set up to where if you get our ultimate package, it's not cheap, but if you get our ultimate package, we're putting something together to where you are able to be a part of Bilug as well. So we're giving you clients. So we're giving you that option to where we're giving you clients. We're also shout out to Mobile Home Diva, man. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Shout out to Miss Christie. Really appreciate that, man. Always
Hey,
showing
Miss
love.
Kirsty.
Yeah, man. I know our video is a bit choppy today, and I appreciate y'all hanging in there. We are outside. We tried something new, but it just didn't work. One thing about this hotel, look good, but they
Right.
got a few things that's just cheap as hell. But can't wait till we get to the crib. But shout out to the box truck
Right.
couple.
Y'all ain't gotta worry about this next Sunday.
Yeah. But we have a few different options, for our clients and our potential clients, to where you guys can fully take advantage of what we're able to offer. Beezz, knowing what you know now about the game, not don't be biased. I know it might be hard, but what package would you most suggest for someone out there who is completely brand new to dispatching? Maybe they're completely brand new to it. They were thinking like, "Hey, I'm thinking I want to get into the trucking industry," and then they're watching this video and they're thinking like, "Wait a minute, bro, have been dispatching. Bro is pretty successful. He's doing this. He's doing that." What package would you mainly suggest, or what route would you mainly take?
Knowing what I know now, I'm not gonna dumb it down or do anything just to like try and um, suggest. But I mean, I got the in person training. You know, what I mean, I ain't saying that I'm a genius or anything, but I do got a engineering degree. You know, what I mean, I have built a couple airports. So I done been around the way. I've done a little bit. You know, what I mean, so with that being said, getting that first hand training. Because I'm telling Courtney when I'm telling him like, yo, I'm gonna come dispatch. I'm calling him like, yeah, man, I don't need none of that. Like, I don't need to pull up, bro. We can do it live. We can do a Zoom. Whatever. But it's like
It's a
it's
true
different.
story, y'all. It's a true story.
It is different. You know what I mean? As far as like just that, and I mean, me personally, I'm a hands-on learner. You know what I mean? Because you gotta see, you gotta hear, you gotta you can see people's body language and you can kind of read, even though like so like I know how to gauge the conversation talking to a broker, watching this person talk to a broker for an entire day. You know what I mean? That whole in-person training is something different. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That go even with Tall got in-person training. You know what I mean? So it was like
Yeah,
I'm right there with him, you know what I mean? And it's the ability to ask those questions right then and there. Because like them lows are going like that. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to
Mr.
learn,
Zero Minute.
you
Mr.
can you
Zero
trying to
Minute.
tap in, you trying to read the ebook. How do I what do I
Oh
do here?
no,
I'm
no.
going to page 6 to see. No, it's not gonna work for you. I mean it will work for you. I mean, just like anything, you can learn anything. So, watch the video, you know what I mean? But like as far as that hands on training, it's gonna save you so much time. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna save you shit. What did I booked 2 lows my second day, you know what I mean? Like I didn't book any
Yeah,
I didn't even log onto the board my first day. And
Yeah.
then second day I booked 2 lows. Like
yeah, yeah. That was a strategy we took. First day, literally took notes. I thought that. Hold on, even before that, you made sure you had, your computer and things like that.
Mhm.
First day you took notes. I think the second day you had your phone and stuff, right?
yeah.
So your second day you already made sure you invested in more equipment.
Mhm.
Like you said, you also booked lows that day. Third day, you were booking lows. We're giving you the. Let's talk about that strategy for a minute as a team. How did it help you by, me and Brene giving you the most toughest people to dispatch? Because that's how we trained you. And that's how we train Tall. You know what I'm saying? We gave you the most tough, and when I say toughest people to dispatch, I mean, if we got a truck in Chicago, Indianapolis, Maryland, and Louisville, the toughest is probably going to be Maryland, right?
Mhm.
So we always gave you those type of lows. How did that help you?
I would say it helped me because there wasn't many loads to choose from. You know what I mean? For one, so you really got to be glued to the board. And then for
Yeah.
two, it's like I have to keep this motherfucker on the phone because this once he clicks over, put me on hold, anything of that nature, it's a wrap. I like it's just like basketball. You know what I mean? You can practice all
Mm-hmm.
you want, but that in game is something different. You know what I mean? And it's like
Mhm.
booking a load with a tough person in a tough area, you got to pull some tricks to get this person booked. And it was like, shit, if you can book, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, man, if you can book this motherfucker out of Maryland with a brand new authority, like, you know what I mean? It was only 15 lows for the, on the board for the most of the day. And a lot of those lows didn't factor, you know what I mean? So we giving out a lot of sauce right now because, I mean, it's a lot
A
of
lot
things
of
we learned in
sauce.
the ebook. So, but yeah, like just all those different dynamics, those different variables, being and then like you said, like being new, it's like you got to add up all these things because we not just booking loads, you know what I mean? We booking good loads. So it's
Right.
like it's a difference between booking a load and booking a good load because you can book a load, out of Maryland for sure, but you might not be able to book a load tomorrow. You know what I mean? So you don't want to set yourself up for failure. And the ebook and the training will. I mean, it's just it's
Yeah,
you know what I mean because
it's
anybody
damn
can
near
book a
set.
load. Anybody can log on there. You know what I mean. Get a
Yes,
load
I'm
for a
glad you
dollar
brought that
seventy
up.
five. Get a load for this. You know what I mean. Three stops. One. You know what I mean.
Right.
One pickup.
Yeah,
3 drops. Dollar
yeah,
75 going to Nashville. Going to Florida. You know what I mean. You can book a load like that all day, but like booking a load that's gonna go to a good area, like, uh, yeah.
yeah, and that's a lot of stuff that we touch on in the course as well. Is like you said, okay, how many stops is it? Do you still get the, what about your operation costs? Do you still go for this per mile, where is it going? Do you still get this per mile? Or if it's going here, should you aim for this per mile? Or so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Like it's a lot of, like you said, anybody can book a load, but how are you booking these loads? What about a dedicated shipper? We preach all the time. Dedicated shipper, $250, $3 a mile minimum, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it's a dedicated, or I'm sorry, if that broker got a dedicated lane, if we got a dedicated lane, or if you got that broker in your pocket, you should be fighting for a certain amount of money.
Yep.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. 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 And then what about going to the East Coast? We know how the Northeast is. Ain't nothing wrong with the Northeast. Um, we love the Northeast. It's just when y'all look up there, it don't the loads will be good, right? But it'll be so weird. It seems like every damn load is 100 miles or two. Like
You got a
you got to
deadhead a
be in so
lot.
many different
Even
directions.
the
Like
tolls.
yeah,
Yeah, the
oh the
tolls,
tolls, yeah.
deadhead.
So
So the load would be over $2 a mile, but when you calculate the deadhead into it, is not $2 a mile. And when you try to get that broker to pay more, they're looking at you like, "What? This already $4 a mile? What you mean?" And then you're like, my driver got a deadhead a little bit." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not paying for your deadhead." So it's just a little weird getting out of there for $2 a mile just because of the deadhead. So the load without the deadhead, remember, it's already 2+ a mile, but with the deadhead, it just takes it all the way down.
and that's where that verbiage comes into play, y'all. You
And
know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying? That's where
since I've been on the team, like we revamped some things. You know what I mean? We figured out how to book parcels. You know what I mean? And how to like just run that bag up for our drivers for 100%. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
yeah.
like that's why I would also say like we got the different packages. You know what I mean? But that premium package is something special because it shows the different aspects of dispatching. It's not just booking a load. It's not just running a place here, running a place there. It's like okay, and it kind of will tell you how to like scale your team, like we scaled our, you know what I mean, our team in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and shout out to 1409 podcast. He asked a great question. I want to get that answered. I looked at the likes. Give us 10 more likes. We get to 40 likes on this podcast. I don't mind answering questions. I think that's a great question. What do you do next when a broker hangs up on you? Y'all hit that like button, man. I definitely wouldn't mind answering some dispatch questions because you got to think, man. Whether you're an owner operator or whether you're that owner, that dispatching part of it just really sets everything off. You know what I'm saying? So you can have your girl dispatching, you can have your partner dispatching, you can have us dispatching. Um, but even our drivers, like I don't want to say no names because it seems like I get repetitive, but a lot of our drivers, they know how to dispatch. You can't just get booked any load when you know how to dispatch because you'll decline it. You're not just going for anything. You know what I'm saying? It's a real positive. So 6 more likes on here will definitely answer
And
questions a little more
another
specific.
reason why we dropping this course is because we know you guys are owner operators. You're trying to cut costs down with this, with your small business. So imagine, your wife dispatching you and your homie. You and your homie got 3 trucks on the road. Your wife works, from 7 to 11 dispatching you and 3 other trucks. You know what I mean? And she making the money we making, and then she go work her nursing job or something like that. You know what I mean? She getting 75 bands. 75,000 a year, and then she getting another 100,000 doing her nursing job. You know what I mean? Because she worked the night shift. Like just imagine, you know what I mean? That's how you guys cut the cost. You know what I mean? Getting that real deal training from us. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna skip you on it. We want y'all to be successful. You know what I mean? That's the reason why we do this every week.
Exactly. Bingo. Because a lot of people might ask, well, hey, why put out a dispatching course when you're dispatching? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a fair question to ask. But if you guys know us, I mean it's you guys should already know the answer. You know what I'm saying? We are for the people, period. I mean, our course has helped thousands. I literally have to update, the title on my on bylookmedia.com because we've helped over hundreds, now it's thousands of companies get off the ground. We get new mentees every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Our dispatch course is available for pre-sale for only $24.99. only $4.99. That's the cheapest thing on our website right now. Besides, a consultation. And again, that you got to think that $4.99. Not only is it a write off, but that's something that's saving you. Let's say I tell people all the time, one box truck should be able to make you about $250,000 a year, and that's on the low end, right? 5,000 a week, 20,000 a month. 20 times 12 is 240. So $250,000 a year. If you're able to save $25,000 a year because you took our course and now I'm not talking about just what you're saving, but now you're putting, what I'm saying, an extra 10% per driver in pocket with the way you operate. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Ask all my mentees. All my mentees, they know what's going on. I understand when you're new. That's why we started this dispatch. My team get on me all the time. He's new. He's new. He's new. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, I'm like, listen, everybody with dispatch gonna be new. But when you got somebody new running up a bag, you know what I'm saying? It hit different. You know what I'm saying? It really does. It hits different. So I seen somebody was echoing. I do not got my sound on, so I don't know what's going on, or if you got a droid, but it's definitely something. That was just a little droid joke, by the way. Just joking, Lou. But no, the way that we give back, and the way that we try to target our audience and our clients and our mentees and our viewers, our subscribers, here in the end. Side by side with people that came before us, or pages that might be, slowing down, or pages that might be through the roof ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think with those type of things going on, we're able to be a peer in the game, or they're able to be a peer in the game.
Yeah.
We literally had that great sit down with Box Truck Couple, Big Vic, and us, and we talked about how we got into the game around the same time, and now we all sitting here at a round table together. I mean, that's a beautiful feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful feeling. So I don't want you guys, being discouraged about different endeavors. I definitely don't want you guys thinking that the box truck is dead, or trucking is dead, or something like that. That's just not true. Depending on what you're doing, depending on how you operate, you gotta adapt. You know what I'm saying? My nickname is literally tied to adapting. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to adapt in all industries. Make sure you respect the game. Make sure you respect this industry and what you're doing in it. And as long as you do your numbers right, as long as you do your research, as long as you have those allies in the game, and you're really taking advantage of those relationships that you got in the industry, then I think you guys will be okay. I honestly think that.
Yeah, and trucking never will be dead anyways, because
freight got to be moved.
Yeah, that's how we get everything across the U.S. Freight has to get moved. Like, it gets moved by airplane, train, and by truck. So trucking is never going to be dead, and it's always going to be money to be made in this industry. You just got to, like he said, adapt to the changes and come up with new ways and new strategies to, keep making the same amount you was making before. Like, you got to adapt to, like, when before gas prices rose up, how we was able to take loads, $1.80 to $2 or whatever. Now, since gas prices went up, we're not getting scared. We just making sure we don't take nothing below $2 a mile. So it's all about adapting, and there's always going to be money to be made, period.
Always gonna be money to be made, and that's where y'all should be headed. So that's what we on this slide to talk about, just how we've adapted and how we finally, because a lot of people have been asking us, your dispatch course, your dispatch course, your dispatch course. That's all we've been talking about since January. It's just how we've been able to make all these brand new companies a ton of money. You know what I'm saying, and then us being able to, live okay as well. It's because of the profession that we're in now. So with us having a trucking company, a dispatching company, and a media company, all three companies doing over six figures a year. The reason why we're able to, stay ahead of the game or be so innovative, or, it's because of how different we are. It's because of how it's not about who did it first; it's about who did it better, right? But then again, at the same time, Beezz will tell you, like, every Friday we have a meeting where we're coming up with something different and original, right? Beezz, like, ain't nobody doing what we doing, period. And
Yeah,
and we post real numbers. A lot of people cap about their numbers. We post real numbers.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely think, you know what I'm saying, that's something you guys should take advantage of. I appreciate everybody hopping in on Mother's Day. We still got about 20 more minutes left. I don't mind answering questions. Make sure we get about 4 more likes. Once we get to 40 likes, I'll start answering questions. Um, I will answer this one. Someone said, you are able to dispatch your mentees who have brand new authorities. That's all we dispatch. I know I already answered that. That's all you dispatch. You know what I'm saying? That's literally all you dispatch. So yeah. So when we are talking about these people that we're dispatching, all of them have a new authority. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Shout out to Box Me In. Shout out to who else? Um, Shout out to Box Me In, and I think that's the only company who had an age authority just already coming in, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Everyone else aged with us.
Yeah. Yep.
Everyone else aged with us. You know what I'm saying? So, Beezz, just to kind of, you know what I'm saying, touch base on it, but how I got a question for you as they chime in with these likes. Like I said, don't forget, man, 3 more likes, 3 more likes, 3 more likes, y'all, and I want y'all to start commenting some questions as far as dispatching goes. But Bees, what more do you have to say about the industry that you're in after not even 2 months? Like I said, I want you to be brutally honest with the people. I want you to be, you know, um, fair, and I want you to tell them, like, how do you appreciate, or how do you like the position you're in and what you're doing right now.
I would say I didn't even know it was this much money in the trucking industry, to be honest. Like, you drive past these semis and, these box trucks and different things, on a daily basis, and you think nothing of it. It's just like, I like to think of it as, when you buy a car, you start to see that car way more. You're like, damn, look at all these fucking Jeeps on the road. I just bought a Jeep. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things
Facts.
where I got in the trucking industry. Now I'm walking around, I'm driving around, I'm seeing, 26-foot box trucks, 16-foot box trucks, semis, people that do hot shot. I mean? You would think nothing of it. A dude just with a trailer on his back, but I'm like, nah, man, he do hot shot. He got DLT number on the side. Like, yeah, he hot shotting across the U.S. You know what I mean? So, like, seeing that and then actually booking the lows and seeing the lows and understanding the money that people are making, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, if you really want to get a bag and you really want to run it up and you want to do it the right way, like, you can do that in this industry. You know what I mean? Like, proof is in the pudding when you look at, some of our drivers that's, running up $10,000 in a week. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
$7,000 in a week, $5,000 in a week. You know what I mean? So, like, if you can get your costs down, you could really get a bag. Like, period. You know what I mean? But you really got to be dedicated, just like anything in this world. Like, if you want to make it in anything, you got to be dedicated. And we got a couple of drivers that's really dedicated, and they really get after it. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Shout out to all our drivers, man. I love y'all. Even today, we was running behind on collecting the numbers and sending them out to the drivers. But the drivers are to the point now, especially our experienced drivers, where they know if they want to be dispatched tomorrow, what they need to do by Sunday night. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Or if not, it's over with. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, shout out to our drivers, and we just really want everybody to know, with so much negativity going on and so many rumors that are circling the industry right now, I need y'all to know trucking is very, very, very much alive. There's a lot of different parts of the industry. So there's owner operator, there's owner, there's box truck, hot shot, cargo, semi, all that stuff, flatbed, reefer. There's all that stuff, right? Um,
I
then
mean, correct
there's
correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney. Like if you were able to do it, if you were able to start and do everything all over again, I personally think I would rather get a dispatch training course and then go hop in a box truck or do whatever I'm trying to do outside of grow a business outside of that because like me, you and Brene, we talk all the time how the dispatcher is literally like the arms, the breath, it's the whole body. The
Yeah.
driver is kind of
yeah,
like the feet in a sense, like it's the person that get it there,
yeah,
but we rely on them
and it's
to
a and
actually
it's a
get it
fair
there.
and it's a fair and it's a fair thing though, because we're handling that we're able to handle that office work within those 4 to 5 hours of working every day. But then it gives the driver so much security and so much comfort in being able to simply pick up and drop off loads. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they by themselves. If I was to go back to answer your question, BZ, if I was to go back, yeah, yeah. I never thought about that. I tell people all the time, the only thing I would probably get if I went back would be obviously a mentor to be able to save us a lot of money and stuff, losses and just mistakes, just easy mistakes. That's easy to make, but
Definitely,
um,
definitely in the gas tank.
yeah, right. You know what I mean? The stuff like that.
Especially that we was 2 hours late.
So, but now that you say that, yeah, because don't get me wrong, we learned very hands on. And we learned when the money was different. So back then, you could take you could take a dispatch or I'm sorry, back then you could take $1.77, $1.88,
Yeah.
$1.95. Now you absolutely cannot take nothing less than $2 amount. Depending on a driver's cost, you can't take nothing less than 250 amount, 230 amount, right? Shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina in the building. Appreciate you checking in. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Let's get these likes up, man. Let me see 50 likes, man. Let's get these likes up. I know a lot of people in and out. So even though I know it's 50 people in here, I know we get 9 more likes, man. That'll really put us where we need to be at for the YouTube algorithm, man. So go ahead and hit that like button for free, y'all. Appreciate it. We already liked it for y'all, so we can't like it again. Beezz, I hope you liked it. But but yeah, you see I'm lying over there talking about he's not signed into YouTube, so he definitely didn't like it. But but no, y'all, if I could do that and I could take that course just knowing the ins and outs of the language, it just would have kind of probably gave us an edge. You know what I'm saying? We was lucky enough last year to just be fortunate. You know what I'm saying? We watched so many damn videos and we did so much research. We just knew our bottom number and we just knew we wasn't going for that. See, everybody busy, you know what's going on. You've been around me for a long time. Everybody can't talk like us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I've been finessing since I was a young buck. So I'm gonna get the low for what I wanted for, regardless of what I'm saying, course or not. But there's a lot of people out there who do not have negotiation in their background. There's a lot of people, what I'm saying, out there that's watching this video that just don't know how to finesse. There's a lot of people, watching this video who don't have sales in their background, or maybe they didn't, take that type of, what I'm saying. If, like, for instance, when me and Brene first started off, I booked the majority of the loads. And what's crazy is I didn't book not one load on DAT. Not one single. Our first load we booked on DAT was in Idaho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never book loads on DAT. I use truck stop every time. So I was booking. So Beezz, I was booking semi loads and putting them on a box truck. Every load I booked was a semi load, and I was putting it on a box truck. We never had to worry about, besides our first load, we never had to worry about brokers who don't factor and looking at check marks and stuff like that, because on truck stop, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Truck stop got all trusted brokers. It's a real truck stop is way better than DAT when it comes to like janky and not janky. You know what I'm saying? Or 0 minute. All that 0 minute stuff is not like that on DAT. I mean, it's not like that on truck stop. So I was booking loads on truck stop, but I'll tell you what, I was on those load boards sometimes 8 hours a day, Beezz. I swear to God. I was on the load boards a long time trying to book a load. You know what I'm saying? I was on the load board sometimes. Yeah, we was eating. we was eating every time. We was definitely eating every single time. And like I said, we was even getting $3 a mile sometimes to go to play. Like I said, back then we didn't even know, bro, and we still was getting $3 a mile going to Idaho. Just cause I was putting that was a semi load, remember? We was putting semi loads in box trucks. So back then semi loads was $3. Box truck loads was $2. And we was putting semi loads in there, but I didn't know how to work DAT. If I would have known how to work DAT, if I would have had a dispatching course, if I would have had that extra as far as not just my language and how I operate, but if I was able to combine that with what someone was able to teach me as far as the lingo of dispatching,
Yeah, because
that would
there's
have been a
little,
no brainer.
little acronyms and things, you know what I mean? Like when I first started dispatching, like, hey, what's the bill? You know, what's the BOL? They asking for the BOL. They're asking for, POD. You know what I mean? That's just little simple things. You know what I mean? The bill, what is it? A bill of ladings or whatever, and then
Yeah,
proof of drop off, proof of delivery. You know what I mean? Those certain type of questions. What's the rate con? You know what I mean? You're like, oh,
yeah.
if you never,
What's the
rate
carrier packet?
confirmation, if yeah, carrier packet, is it my
When do
carrier
you
packet?
contact the driver, etc., etc.? You know what I mean?
Is it my carrier packet? Is it, RMIS? Is it something I can fill out? Hey, when does a driver clock stopping? All these different
Exactly.
aspects of trucking that I was never a part of because I've never been in a box truck, but I was able to, get that knowledge straight from you, what I mean, and able to hold the phone, with the broker where
Yeah.
Exactly.
that finesse comes in. You know what I mean? Hey, let me. Oh, yeah, 1 second. Can you blah blah blah? You know what I mean? Whatever I got to do, keep this guy on the phone for a couple more minutes to try and secure this load, even though I don't know what the fuck's going on at the time. Hey,
Exactly.
is Kevin still in Idaho? Did he move? Is he in Indiana? Where is he? Where is he at? No, it's not Kevin. It's Steven. Steven's in. Oh, okay. I gave you the wrong MC number, sir. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah. Now they're looking at you like, oh, sorry, you might be double broken. Please hold.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you gotta hit him with the second phone. Yeah, this is blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Because he didn't even ask for the MC. He didn't even take it down. He said, "Ah, I got my other MC." He didn't even take it down. He just hung up on me.
Yeah.
Going back to your man who said, "What do you do when they hang up on you?" Said, if it's a great load, try and call him back if you got two phones. But I mean, at this time, it depends on where you at. Like I know we had old boy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the one load we was getting him out of Arizona, and it was literally like one or two loads the entire day. If you're in that situation, man, you got to blow them up. But if you're in Chicago,
Yeah,
you somewhere in a hot spot, man, broker hang up on you, bro. Keep it moving, like period.
yeah. Facts, facts. I know. We got about 8 minutes left. I wanted to pull up some of the notes that we took from our dispatching course, and I just wanted to give a little teaser to y'all for everybody who does plan on pre-ordering. Let me answer Sean's question. By the way, he said, "What's the best way to pay a driver? 1099 W-2 or just one driver?" Well, the only way you should be paying a driver is W-2.
Yeah.
If that's your driver and he works for your company, that's not a 1099, bro. I'm able to partner with companies because they're not just dispatching for me all day. If I was to put Beezz or Tall as a W-2, I mean, first, then I mean, so much would change. They would have a set amount. It wouldn't be as sweet as it is right now for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're talking about a driver though, and that's all they're doing is your truck, they truck, or whatever y'all got going on as far as your company. That's not a 10. If they can't take your truck and go do whatever the hell they want to do, if they can't pick up loads whenever they want, then that's not a private contractor, bro. Don't abuse it because Uncle Sam gonna want his, and you're gonna be mad about how you do your taxes. We did a 1099 style payment for our drivers that were a part of our program last year.
Yeah.
We didn't have employees. We've never had an employee with buy lug, and we never will. Or I'll take that back. I'm not gonna say that like that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, that's not what we focused on. You know what I'm saying? We don't have drivers for our company. We have partners that we partner with to get stuff done, and we just feel like that's the better way. Beezy, I mean, not to get into too much about the real estate and the construction and stuff like that. But you would 1099 your guys the same way because they can do whatever they want after they do the job you want them for, right?
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
about to put them on payroll for every damn job. You don't even know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? How good they're gonna do. No. You want them in and out, in and out, in and out. You want to protect yourself, you want to protect your company, and you want them to pay the taxes, not you. Um, so, but when you're talking about, someone driving for your company, that's a W-2. So one of the first subjects that's a part of our dispatching course is things that you need to know before dispatching. Now I know a lot of you guys are like, wait, what do I need to know before dispatching? So we have a video link tied to that page where we really, really break down some things that you may not know. A lot of our owner operators will know. And just a lot of things that we knew by hopping into the industry as being previously owner operators and having a trucking company. That really, really helps you when it comes to dispatching as you being a driver. Now, I'm not knocking all the dispatchers out there who've never drove and stuff like that. I know in a couple of my videos, some people, they say, damn, the way you're talking, you're making it hard for the people who never drove. It's not that. It's just because Beezz never drove a truck. It's how you learn,
And I definitely
where
be
you
booking
learn
low.
from. Definitely right. You know what I'm saying? So,
Good low.
and
Mm-hmm.
Beezz tells you all the time, right. But Beezz tells you all the time how he learned. You know what I'm saying? Beezz learned from somebody that was in a truck. So he knows BOL, rate count. He knows all those specific terms because he got somebody that's, what I'm saying, part of the team that drove.
Or
Shout
even
out to
even
Tall.
even when it comes down to the booking the load, I mean, you looking at the deadhead, they tell you if
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
carrier
Or where
closed in
it's
a certain
going,
period of
where it's
time.
going.
You got to know how fast a box truck can move. A box truck ain't like it ain't no Camry. You can't go do 80 to get
Right.
to the destination. To pick up that load. So what I mean, you got to know that. You got to know what area you in. You got to know if it's gonna be a lot of hills. Are you going through? What I mean, it's a lot of different aspects booking a load. You know what I mean? And how do you secure a load if you believe they might not make it in time? Well, check out that premium course, man.
Right.
Exactly. One of the very next topic that we have in our ebook is equipment and how to get that equipment. Um, so we have a long list of equipment. Now we're not just talking about, electronics. We get into software, physical equipment, and things of that nature.
The essentials.
Yeah,
This is pretty.
yeah.
This is really
So
all you need. You know what I mean? To be 100% honest, you got these two things. You can book your load anywhere.
Yeah.
yeah. So, this is something that you guys very low startup costs you can get into. A lot of our content going forward is going to be our vlogs that we've been creating because I really like vlogging. And it's going to be about dispatching and it's going to be about our course and, our scaling. When you're trying to scale up, it just all goes hand in hand. Um, the very next thing that we talk about is how to obtain a driver. I really love this subject. Um, like I said, we got the dispatching course thing. The first thing is things to know before dispatching. The second thing is we talk about equipment. We really break it down. Then we talk about how to obtain a driver. There's a lot of different ways to obtain a driver. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different promotional tactics and, ways to, go about a driver and a good driver that I think you guys are really, really going to be able to take advantage of. The next thing we talk about is driver documentation. Um, so example, as you guys all know, we collect a deposit when it comes to dispatching. So we have a deposit. We have certain paperwork that each driver, has to complete as far as our carrier packet and so on and so forth. So, I don't want to get too much into it, but there are things from the driver. Are you Amazon approved? There are things from the driver that you want to accept. You know what I'm saying when it comes to getting your dispatching company started. Then we talk about dispatching preparation, right? So this is usually the night or nights leading up to, that Monday. I'm gonna just use Monday as an example.
Yeah.
So, this is that Saturday, that Sunday. How are you preparing for Monday? You know what I mean? Different texts that you should be sending your drivers, and other things like that. Where are you gonna be located? Is your equipment there? Do you have a list of where these drivers are? Just so many different things that go into that category that you guys really, really need to have, and we really break that down in our course. Our next title is, a lot of you guys know on Instagram we always say this, is your dispatcher up? You know what I'm saying? That's the title of it. But it's because we start off with talking about what time you should be waking up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? What time should you be prepared? Did you eat breakfast that morning? Do you plan on eating breakfast? You know what I'm saying? Um, are you fully ready to go from your prep that you did the night before? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then we get into, so we always say something. We always say, call me Mr. Book of Load. You know what I mean? And we, Brene always say, call me Mrs. Book of Load. So we titled one of our pages that, and we talk about booking a load through the load board. So, I mean, on this one, this is one of our longest pages and our longest videos in this ebook. Um, uh, I need help to get out to Mexico. Okay, we'll talk about you, Sadiq. Stay tuned in. But we talk about Mr. Booker Load. We talk about getting on that load board on DAT or truck stop. Yeah. We talk about what are you typing in once you finally get on the phone with that broker. What are you saying during that call? We really, really break down the finesse. You know what I'm saying? That I really, really hope you guys take advantage of that. And then the big part, Beezz alluded to it earlier in the live. How do you stay on the phone? The broker's trying to hang up.
If the broker's trying to click over because the phone line's pinging, you know what I mean? If you lose connection and he clicks over on somebody, you're done. Like 9 times out of 10, you might as well just hang up and look for another load.
10 out of 10. Even if you call back, it's over.
Yeah. They hit you with TQL, please hold. We hit you with TQL, please hold. I never hold, ever. Right. Ever. I've never held. Sometimes I'll put the phone down and I'll grab my other phone. That's very, very rare. I'll be cussing them out. Why are you calling TQL? Beezz, this Beezz right here. Beezz be like, this Beezz. TQL, please hold. He'll hang up. Man, F TQL, man. Oh, wait a minute, because we be on Zoom. Oh, TQL, call that load. Call through. And then and then we get through, and they talking about they want to give us $1.25 a mile.
Right.
Now Beezz telling the broker, all right, well, good luck getting this covered. Have a good night. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you always gotta be professional because you never know who you're gonna work. I mean, it's been times where you call that TQL guy, he know your number. You know what I mean? You don't book if you're that dude, you book some loads. You know what I mean? Because I done finesse some brokers where he like, damn, I know he got off the phone like, fuck, I gave this motherfucker $2.50 a mile. I shouldn't have gave this motherfucker shit. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't man. We done finessed the toenail out of some people. You know what I mean? Yeah, you told me I had there. You gave me the address. You know what I mean? The different aspects of booking a load, man. It ain't just like we said earlier. It just ain't booking a load and being done. You know what I mean? There's a lot of aftermath that comes with booking a load afterwards. Or even
we literally got a section, called TQL Please Hold, because when you're booking a load with TQL, it's different. Shout out to Box Me In. Shout out to Box Me In, man. Shout out to Box Me In. Box Me In, if I'm not mistaken, I think your anniversary is today. Happy anniversary, man. Happy Mother's Day. I couldn't remember if you said the 8th or the 9th. But I'm glad you was able to get home. Box Me In did one load last week. $3,500. Damn, how many miles was it, Beezz? It was I can't remember. I know it was low, very, very low miles. Box Me In was able to afford to do that load, and they had go home. I told them they had Amazon, so they was able to Amazon home or do whatever they would do to where they were able to get home to celebrate that birthday or that anniversary that they were trying to celebrate this weekend. So, in that video that I got titled "How to Make 30K in 30 Days," we really break down the difference in local, regional, and OTR. And so what I love, especially about the old way that we used to book loads, is I used to book people cross country, right? So my drivers might make $7,000 a week, but they drove 3,500 miles, right? So they might profit $3,500 out of that. They might profit only 50%. If they did real good, they'll profit 50%, right? But in the case where you're getting $3-4 a mile, even if you only make $4,000, if you made 4,000 that week, but you only drove, if you go 4,000, if you make $4,000 that week, but you only drove 1,000 or 1,500 miles, bro. You know what I'm saying? You was able to cut back on your costs. You damn near gross the same as that one guy that drove twice as much and he went OTR only making $2 a mile. So, it's all about how you strategically do things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when we tell people try to make, 5,000 plus a week, try to get that 20 grand. But if you're making 5,000 a week, but you're doing 2,500 miles a week and you're profiting, 20 to 30%, or maybe you're profiting 50% at, at 10K. But I got another guy, he only drove, he only made 15,000 that month, but he profited 8 or 9K. He won because he drove less miles. He got to pay the rental company less money. He paid less in fuel. He had less stops. And he drove, you know what I'm saying, less miles, which is the biggest thing. So, it's all about a strategy and how you book loads.
Yeah,
So
and
this is
if you
something that we
guys are in the
really
game
should
right
invest
now, if you guys are in the game right now, you know that OTR money ain't the same as it used to be. You can't get the Cali to North to
in.
New York
Yeah.
load. You
We
know what I
can't wait
mean?
for it to open up though,
Yeah, but
especially the way we booking parcels.
in that dispatching course, you know what I mean, we got a way where we getting that OTR money, you know what I mean, with half the distance. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
it's a little finesse to it, and it's definitely an art to it. You know what I mean? The DAT board has a lot of different tools that people don't even know how to truly use. You know what I mean? Like as far as the destination, you know what I mean? Typically nobody ever wants to go to the destination point unless they want to go home. You know what I mean? We found a way to finesse the destination to where we'll talk to a driver. We know the load is not dedicated. You know what I mean? If you know the terminology, you know what I'm talking about. And he's like, hey, man, I still got 16 feet left in my truck, 7,000 pounds. Well, we try and get you another load because that load doesn't drop till Wednesday and it's Monday. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got $2 a mile going that way. Well, let's double up and get you another bag. You know what I mean? That's something that we put that sauce in that dispatching course. So, you know what I mean? If you're an owner operator and you're like, hey, man, I want to dispatch myself, man, this dispatching course is what you need to make sure you
exactly.
maximizing your potential. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, you want to, save costs for shit. I can't drop to 500, every week for the deposit, man. I feel confident in myself. Well, shit, go drop the five for the 1 week and get the course, or go drop the 2,500,
Exactly.
get the Zoom call and sitting there, you know what I mean? Get that 5 weeks out the way. Boom, okay. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, I didn't let them dispatch me, but I said in one fire ass week, I paid 2,500 for it. I learned all the fucking sauce. I was able to ask all the fucking questions. I was able to get
And you was
everything
able to
in.
see the difference. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's the one thing that we can't put in a course is when you able to sit in, the unthinkable always happens. Like how he brought up toe news earlier and or detention pay and all this stuff that can happen
and you
in
want
the
to know
course of
you
Monday
want to
through
know those
Friday.
things. You want to know those things when you're the when detention pay kicks in, when tow news are in effect. You know what I mean? If you go to a broker and you booked a load with a guy, or you tried to book a load with a guy and you never filled out the carrier packet, and an hour goes by and you're waiting on a rate con or something like that, and you're like, hey man, I need a tow news. What's going on, man? I thought we had that load. You know what I mean? That's some more sauce that we got in the book. You know what I mean? Keep looking. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. But yeah.
Yeah. And shout out to Mr. AU, man. He talking about he dispatched himself 7,300 the first. Ain't that what we dispatched ourselves to? The first week we made 4,000 the first run, 1,800, that's 58, and then 12, 7,000. So we made 7,000 our first week, not including Amazon. So if you add Amazon, we down there did about 8, because remember we did hit it right back from South Dakota. So yeah, it can be done. But I know we've been over here. We went over a little bit. We went over an hour. I appreciate everybody, man. I really appreciate everybody who hit that like button. We talk about booking loads on the load board phone. We talk about postal truck. Again, we always talk about how to stay on the phone. We talk about when the job is done. We talk about rate con, like when you get a rate con, how to get the rate con, carry packets, all that stuff. What carry package can you fill out? What carry package does the driver have to fill out? How do you book a load with email only? Maybe the guy never calls you. What are some hacks? What if they only got their email posted? How do you find their phone number? These are things that we put on in this course that are available at the fingertips. Can't wait for you guys to tap in, man. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys, man. Listen, we dealt with some difficulties today. I don't even know if I'm gonna say this live because of how choppy the video was looking and stuff like that. But I really appreciate everybody, man. You guys been showing us a lot of love this week. The past 10 days, I want to shout out my mentees as well. You guys have been very patient. Even my team, Beezz, real talk, man. You and Tall, man. Y'all really showed us this past week, how valuable you guys are to the team, bro. So me and Brene, we really, really appreciate that, man. And that's why every video we did, every platform we got on, we made sure we shouted out the team. Yeah. We made sure,
you hop in now.
right. We made sure we shouted out the team, man, because it was that important. So I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who was able to tune in. Yeah, man. Until next time, I think we got Tall.
Yeah, before we go out, man, let my guy who you know what I mean? He just
appreciate
that. Just the book alone.
Appreciate everybody, y'all. We got to get it. Huh? Yeah,
hey,
blanket.
That's
let me get a chair.
Hey, listen, that's exactly how he be in the morning when he booking lows. Shout out to Tall. He
with
funny,
that same
bro.
beanie.
That same beanie. Hey, listen. That was a new blanket though. I haven't seen that one yet, but
he had to watch the other one.
He done took wifey blanket, boy. That's why he left so quick. She cussed him out. Right.
That's what y'all been looking for.
Oh man. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And yeah, man, this is what we do. This is our team, man. This is us right here. This is us, man. We got Trucking Out the Box, Courtney, Brene. We got Beezz, with we got Real Estate Beezz, you know what I'm saying? And we got, we got Tall Business. He ain't gonna hey, listen, he always gonna put his Instagram out there, but all of us together and a few others, man, we are Bilug. We are the definition of, boss your life up group. So yeah, I can't. And facts, man.
Hey, listen,
all it takes is determination, willpower. You can do it. You ready to join the industry?
Right. Are you ready to join the industry? So yeah, I appreciate y'all, and I can't wait to announce that everything is live. So be looking out on our our website, and we're gonna do pre-orders for our base package for $500. We are gonna do our premium, or I'm sorry, $499. We're gonna do our premium package for $799. We're going to do our option where you're able to join our Zoom, where we book lows Monday through Friday. At that one is going to be $2,500 or $2,499, and then for the grand price of $49.99, you can get Courtney, Brene, or it'll be both of us. She'll never pull up Dolo, but it'll be both of us or me, or it'll be Beezz, or it'll be Tall, pulling up on you guys to give you that in-house training. In-house training. I'm talking to people. When I talk about something that's $4,999, I'm not talking to everybody, right? I'm talking to the people who, for one, can afford to do so. Never go broke. You know what I'm saying? Well, I went broke investing in a lot of things that turned out pretty good, but never put yourself in that position if you aren't there yet. But for my people who have that capital, for my people who have other endeavors that they are a part of, other businesses, maybe they're in the trucking industry already, but they're looking to, hop onto this dispatching. I'm talking to you. My mentees, I'm talking to you guys. $4,999. That's the one you really, really want to get. That's the one where we're flying out. That's the one where you get all the secrets. That's the one where we pass clients on to you. That's the one where we give you 50% of every load that you book through our company. So you're starting off with clients to where, just like with the trucking industry, I tell my mentees they're always able to get their startup costs back within those first 2 weeks. It's the same thing when you're talking about this dispatching course that's $49.99. You get those same abilities to be able to get your startup costs back for the course, which is a tax write-off within the first 2 weeks with the amount of bonuses that we're able to give you through that package. So, hey, trucking out the box, real estate Beezz, talk business. We out of here, man.
Till next time, y'all.
Peace.
Happy Sunday.
I've been in my bag, please don't make me mad. You been in your feelings, that won't get no cash. Only L's I take is LLCs, we first not last. I've been in my bag, I've been in my bag, I've been in my bag. Please don't make me mad. You been in your feelings.